Hello and welcome to Just Vintage Crochet, and welcome to another mystery pattern. If you are new to the channel, I have a small stack of patterns here that were put together by my son. He has gone through each pattern, removed the titles, the pictures, and anything within the pattern to the best of his ability that could give away what the pattern is. We won't know what it is until we are done making it all. We have no context, just the instructions. And he has all of the photos and titles with him in his room. So no cheating or peeking on my end. Let's go ahead and pick our pattern. Okay, let's find today's mystery. And what is it gonna be today? Number 10, right on top. We're doing that a lot less lately. That's good. Okay, so this is a pattern by Jane Weaver. This is gonna come out of the Ladies Goatees book. Or the Peterson's book, or Peterson's magazine. It's from 1865. Okay, let's see, what do we need? The front of the number we give, printed in colors, a pattern for this beautiful affair. Materials, 1/2 pound of scarlet single zephyr, 1/2 pound of white single zephyr, 1/4 pound, I could barely make out, but that's a 4. 1/4 pound of black single zephyr, a long bone hook for Princess Royal Stitch. Okay, so we're going to be doing some Tunisian crochet, and Princess Royal Stitch is this is another thing, another funky thing from the Victorian era. It was either just your traditional Tunisian crochet, because some patterns would describe it that way, and it was also described in other patterns by other writers. Writers have their own way of describing things. What we call the Tunisian full stitch. So let's see here. Okay, begin with the scarlet wool. Got a little doggy here. Make a chain of 24 stitches, work in Princess Royal Stitch, 8 rows. So the question here is now, because I don't have a picture, does she mean the Tunisian full stitch or the Tunisian simple stitch? Because both of them were called the Princess Royal Stitch. The original term for Tunisian crochet was the Royal Stitch or the Princess Stitch. That's just the original old school. We're talking, this is like back in the 1700s, the 1700s, and that was just the Tunisian simple stitch. But in the 1800s, there were a lot of patterns were using this term, Princess Royal Stitch. Typically, they were U.S. written patterns. So I am wondering if we're meant to do the Tunisian full stitch, which is impossible for me to know without a picture. Okay, let me just at least get the materials together. So for scarlet, I'm using the color wine, and I think it's a really nice color. And then I have black and white. So I have decided that I'm gonna go ahead and do the traditional simple Tunisian stitch because it's not giving instructions to do otherwise. And the Princess Royal Stitch was, before it was the simple Tunisian stitch, which is typically described in a pattern, it was just the simple Tunisian stitch. So our pattern wants us to start with scarlet and a chain of 24 stitches. I have done that, and I'm using a 6mm vintage Susan Bates Tunisian hook. Let's see here, 8 rows. So we're going to do 8 rows in the scarlet. There we go. Okay, so hopefully many of you already know how to do a simple Tunisian stitch. I'm just going to go ahead and knock out these 8 rows really quick. I have a lot of videos showcasing Tunisian crochet and all of my tips and tricks on that. So I'll be right back. I'm going to knock these out really quick off camera, since it's just 8 rows of simple Tunisian. I'll be right back. Oh, and I'm using a worsted weight yarn. Zephyr is thinner than this, but I didn't have all the colors in a thinner weight yarn, so I went with a worsted weight. Hopefully this is not a wearable. I had to switch from this long 6mm hook. It was just a little too long for this short piece I was working. So I have a modern 6mm now, and that is a US 10. Okay, so my 8 rows are done, and you know you have 8 rows whenever you can count 8 full made rows. A row looks like this. See how I have put this hook under here? That's where your rows are. You can see them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ending on this side, likely because we're going to color change. You can also count your rows on the side, what looks like single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these stitches that are on my hook now are the start of row 9. It's just not going to be completed until I work the return pass, but I believe we're going to change colors here. Okay, so 8 rows. Join the black wool and work 1 row. Join the white wool and work 2 rows. Black, 1 row, 8 rows of scarlet, making 20 in all, which completes a square block. Okay, so, and again, this is all simple Tunisian stitch, so I think it's okay to use black right now, even though it is hard to see on camera, because these are stitches that should be really easy for you guys to know. So pull through 1, hold on to that. I'm going to tie these 2 tails together. I know tying in crochet is considered a no-no. I don't know who writes these rules, but when it comes to Tunisian crochet, if I'm color changing, I do tie them. Sue me. Whoever these rule writers are, I think it's time to have a crochet council meeting. Figure out why they're the rule makers. We should be allowed to do whatever the heck we want. Okay. So when I go forward, I work my forward pass with the black. That will complete 1 black row. So this black stitching that we just added here, that's going to be pushed down and it's going to fill in the hollows here, and that is how we complete the row. So work a forward and you'll see them, the black, it'll start to get pushed down. Really and truly, I probably should have completed row 8 with the black. But that's okay, I don't mind the lines. I think they're kind of cool looking. But if you wanted solid color blocking stripes, yeah, you would just complete the row, your forward pass, and your new color. That way you wouldn't have the red lines coming up through. But you can see now we're pushing that black row that we just worked on the top, we're pushing it down and it's filling in the hollows. That's how you complete 1 row. A return pass and then a forward pass completes 1 row. So now we're going to have black going through the white whenever we color change to the white. And I'm going to tie these tails together. Just a loose knot I can undo if I need to. Okay, and then my last stitch here on the side, which is a little bit difficult to see. It is a bit difficult to see. There we go. Now I have to, question is, should I go back in the black, just attach the white? It said to work 2 rows in the white, right? Let's just see how all this looks first, because this can all be undone. Okay. Pull through 1. Then pull through 2. And of course, all of this can be tightened up. You know, all of this can be tightened up and cleaned up on the sides. I don't know, what do we think of the color blending? I think it looks kind of funky and fun. Okay, and then this will complete our first row in white. I think it looks kind of fun, the color blending, and maybe this was intended. Because can you imagine what a fun effect? I like it. I think it looks very unique. Okay, and then the last stitch, which is hard to see with the color changing. It is hard to see where the last stitch needs to go. Truth be told. If you hear any noises in the background, that is my washing machine doing a little laundry. Okay, so a return pass in white and then a forward pass in white will complete the second white row. I think I like it. But we won't know till the end whenever we uncover a picture. We know it has a picture because it describes that it has a picture, so we shall see. Okay, and now I'm supposed to, I think, switch back to scarlet. Okay, 8 rows of scarlet, making 20 rows total, and it says this completes one block. So I'm going to pull the scarlet back up. Got a little bit of a mess going here, a little bit tangled. I need to tighten this black up and tighten this white one up. There we go. Keep everything in line. There we go. Okay, my husband went and closed the laundry room door so it wouldn't be so nosy. That's okay. I said nosy and I meant to say noisy. That old eavesdropping washing machine, always snooping on what we're doing. I kind of like the color blending. I do. I think it looks very unique. What do you guys think? All right, I'm going to complete my 8 rows of scarlet off camera. I'm so afraid that the colors are not meant to be blended like this and that they are meant to be more of a color block style. Oh, I'm always so afraid to mess up. There you are. That doesn't look right. All right, I'll go through here. That seems like it looks more right. Okay, I gotta clean my edges up. It's a mess, but what do we think of the color blending? I'm afraid it's not right, that it's supposed to look more like this. I am afraid that it's not right. Well, I'm going to keep going, even though I'm afraid it's not right. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so I finished this block. Now I thought we were going to cut at this point, so I'm ready to complete row 8, or I have row 8. I guess I need to go this way to complete row 8, don't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I do. My issue is I'm still worried that the color blending, the way it's blending is not right, but at the same time, I kind of don't care because I genuinely like it. So which do I prioritize? Do I prioritize getting it 100% right, which I have no idea if I am? Or do I prioritize the fact that I like it? I mean, I like it. I think it's so fun looking, you know? I just do. Okay, so I was reading on ahead on the pattern, and we're going to be doing a lot of color changing now. The way it reads is we're going to work things in the opposite color format, and it's as if we're working this same square, but now this way and with white and black. Oh no, I was supposed to work a row of black. Oh no, I think I was supposed to work a row of black right there. Join the white and work 2 rows. Black 1 row. Oh, I'll be right back. I'm going to fix that. I'll be right back. Okay, fixed it. All right, so now we're going to do a lot of color changing. And here we go. Tie on the white wool and work 16 stitches in white. Drop the white, tie on the black, and work 1 stitch in black. Then we're going to work 2 in scarlet. Then we're going to work 1 in black. And then we're going to work, let's see here, work 1 stitch in black, drop the black, tie on the white wool, and work another 10 stitches. Thus you have 5 threads going. I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to do it a little more tapestry way. On the return, work 10 stitches white, dropping the thread as before, 1 black, 2 scarlet, 1 black, 10 white. So it says here to work 16 stitches, but it says to work 10. On the reverse, 1 black, 2 scarlet, 1 black, 10 white. So, okay. Observing always to drop the thread, okay. Proceed this way until you have worked 20 rows. So I don't understand why it wants us to work 16 stitches and then just work 10 and 10. You know, please tell me I'm not just seeing that. Okay, this completes a square block, right? Making in all 20 rows. Then tie on the white wool and work for 16 stitches and work 16 stitches with white. Drop the white, tie on the black, and work 1 stitch. Drop the black wool, tie on the scarlet, and work 2 stitches. Drop the scarlet, tie on another black thread, work 1 stitch, 1 black stitch. Drop the black, tie on another white wool, and work 10 stitches. On the return row, work 10 stitches white, dropping the thread as before, 1 black, 2 scarlet, 1 black, 10 white, observing always to drop the thread of the one color. Okay, proceed in this way until you have worked 20 rows, which completes the block. Then join the scarlet and proceed as in the first block. 9 blocks to every stripe. 9 stripes for the whole, I mean, it's probably a blanket. Arrange the stripes as seen in the design. And good, we have a picture. And crochet them together with 1 row of black and 1 row all around. So it's saying to start with 16. Let's just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We really can't do 16. We started with 24 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 black, 2 scarlet, 1 black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm just going to say that the 16 could have been an oversight, an error. I am rot full of errors, okay? So I'm not going to judge, but this might be a typo. So I'm going to work going this way. I'm going to work in the reverse. And I am going to tie these tails together. But okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm going to have to cut the red. And I am going to tie these together just to keep them behaved. All right, tie on the black. Actually, that is a good idea. I am going to do that. Okay. I have to try to bring the white along with me. Feeling a little bit fiddly. There is the one in black. Then tie on the scarlet. Work 2 stitches in the scarlet. One, 2, and then the one in the black. Feels like it's becoming a bit of a mess. And then in the white. Hopefully I can pull this off. I think I can. Okay. 1, 2. All right. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring the white forward, bury it under the black. One black. Bring these 2 forward, bury them under the scarlet. It is a little bit fiddly. I'm sure once I get my mojo on this, it won't feel so fiddly. Okay, so 2 in scarlet, 1, 2, 1 in black, always bringing all the tails forward so that they're buried. Not tails, but the working yarn. 1 in black, bring that. Well, I don't have to bring them forward no more. Just keep them where they're at. Okay, yes, I am thinking out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and at these joins, that's where it's the most tricky for me to see where my stitch needs to go and get in there. Oh boy. Yeah, it just doesn't want to go in there. Stretch it out. It's a blunt-headed crochet hook. So I can, that's where my stitch needs to go. Get in there, thank you. Whew. So that looks like a gnarled mess. Let me see if I pull on this back here and pull these knots back a bit. That kind of cleans it up a little bit. All right, let's see how the return pass will work. I've never really done anything like this before. 2, 2, 2, and 2. I think in order to make this work, I would have to use the black. This is a mess back here. I think I'd have to pull the black through here, right? In order to make this work. Let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that's how that works, right? Heck, I don't know. I'm supposed to just pull through one? Because we always, oh, wait. Pull through 2. I think that's how that works. Okay. These tails are driving me crazy because I keep grabbing the tail thinking it's my working yarn. Okay, pull through 2 and pull through 2. Yeah, I keep grabbing the tails. Pull through 1. Okay. And then pull through the last 10. I know this looks like a mess. I am certain that once I get my mojo on this, it won't be a problem. But I'm trying to figure this out as I go on camera for the world to judge that I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring this forward. I know that makes sense, bringing it forward so that it's buried under. Okay, and then pull up the scarlet. Hang those back, and here we go. I'm so afraid to turn this around and look at the back of it. Oh, I bet it's a gnarled mess. So that's what I have so far. I apparently missed one black stitch right here somehow. I did. I missed a black stitch right here somehow. Here is my mess. How did I miss a black stitch right there? I have 2 here, but 1 here. What did I do wrong? Can we pull you down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Well, I messed up right here. I'm supposed to have a black stitch right here. It is what it is. I'm not going to go back and fix it because this is a lot. So I'm going to keep going, and we'll just, that's my maker's mark, my little error back there. These tails are driving me crazy. Not the working yarn, but the tails, because I keep grabbing the tails thinking that they are the working yarn. So what I'm going to do is tie these up and just cut them. One more little knot. That way I quit grabbing at them. All right, so it's a little bit of a mess, but I'm going to keep going. I have to do a total of 20 rows. So this is row 1 here where the white is. So that's 1, 2. I will be right back whenever I'm done with this section. Okay, so I sort of found my footing with this now, and so I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So I'll work a forward pass and a return pass with you, but I'm a little more organized with it now. It was quite a bit fiddly at first when I was really just trying to figure it all out. Okay, so the 10 white stitches. Then I'm going to pull this in this direction. So I leave the working yarn laying in the direction that I'm working. So I'm working this way. So I'm going to drop that, but I'm going to leave it going in this direction and pick up the black. That way the black goes over top of this white and kind of holds it in and secures it in. Now I'm going to stretch the black over this way and pick up the scarlet and work my 2 scarlet stitches. Leave that going in that direction. Pick the black back up, but make sure that the black goes over the white. Pick up my 1 black stitch, and then making sure that the scarlet goes under that as well. And so then the white will go over both of these colors. And there we go. Then I can hang them back and then work my remainder 10 white stitches. And of course, the center is a little bit textured. It's a little bit 3D almost. The back of it's looking kind of cleaned up. Not looking so bad now. Feel like I've got it figured out-ish for me. Is this the right way to do this? I don't know. I am not familiar with a lot of color change whenever it comes to Tunisian crochet. I've never really done it before today. I literally learned how to do it just now on camera, and I don't even know that I actually learned instead of just made it work for me. There we go. And not instead of, but rather than making it work for me. Okay. That's 10 white stitches. Now that I'm going in this direction, I'm going to hold my work in this way. Pick up the black, pull the 1 black stitch through, hold back that way, pick up the crimson or scarlet, 1, 2 of those, hold that back this way, pick the black back up, work that 1 black stitch, pick the white up, and carry on. And so in putting everything this way, now all of my work is on this side right here. Here we go. Now these tails, besides the white one, are over here on this side of the work, ready to go this way. And one more time. Okay, that's the 10 in the white. And then lay it over this way and pick up the black. Making sure everything is going to this side of the black to kind of bury it in. Pick up that black stitch. Now I will drape that over that way. Pick up the scarlet. Pick up my 2 stitches, 1, 2, leave that way. Pick up the black. One black stitch. And now I can just drop everything back. Make sure that it's under the white though. See, I'm going to make sure that the white will go over the top of it like this, just to kind of nestle everything in. Of course, working on my lap, I'm much smoother at this than have my arms stretched out under a camera, because I'm a lap crocheter, as I have mentioned many times. There we go. So other than that one little maker's mark right there, it's working out really good. Okay. I'll be back whenever I have the 20 rows done. Well, I've gotten pretty far. What do you guys think so far? I gotta be honest with you, I'm kind of itching to see what this is supposed to be. I'm kind of itching. And to be honest with you, I'm also kind of itching to move on to that other pattern. So I have an idea. Let me know in the comments what you think, because I really have an idea. Justin cannot find the rest of that pattern. I asked him about it day before yesterday. He said it was on my computer. He went all through my computer and he goes, that's it. That's all that there is. So the pattern was incomplete from the beginning, not from the publishers, just what I have was incomplete from the beginning. I'm kind of tempted to just ask him for the image of it and let's just work off the image. And it won't necessarily be a mystery pattern, but it'll just be a pattern that we have to satisfy our need to see done. What do you guys think of that? Because the more I work on this, and this is all that there is to it, because it says to repeat this square over and over again, as I read before, 9 times, and then you start another column with this being your first square, and then this over and over again, 9 columns wide. So I kind of want to see what this is. I think it's a blanket. I think we all know it's probably a blanket. I want to see how it's supposed to look and if I'm at least getting it right. And I kind of want to start filming that pattern number 15. I'm just sitting here and I just want to get my hands on it. I'm going to go get the picture for this one. Let's see what this is. I think we're nailing this one. Here it is. It is a baby carriage Afghan, Peterson's Magazine, July 1865. And there you go. Here is your columns, one after another after another. So it's sort of in the 1970s, we saw a lot of kitchen floors with this precise kind of tiling on it, Yeah, I like it. I think it's a very classic design. It's very neat. There it is with the fringe. And what do you think? I don't know about the blending part, if it's supposed to look like this. It's probably supposed to look more like this. So I probably didn't get the blending part right, but I like the way it looks. Okay, so there it is. Number 10, this is our pattern. I really, really like it. So here is the layout. If you want to take a screenshot of it, you can go ahead and make this. And I got it wrong. It's not 9 columns wide. It looks like it's 4 columns wide. It can be any number of columns wide that you want. But there's a screenshot. And here is the rest of the pattern for you, which we already pretty much did the whole pattern. What's left over is arranging the stripes. So here is the whole pattern for you. From 1865, I'll include the date. Okay. I'm not going to... I will wait until after I post this video so I can read the comments and get your guys' opinion, but man, am I itching to get my hands on that pattern number 15. Okay, guys, well, Remember to check out the link down below for the hooks and needles. And if you want to try a box, don't forget to use that discount code off your first box. Remember, you can cancel at any time if it's something that you're not interested in. All right, I love you lots, and I will see you in the next video. I kind of hope you say, yeah, let's just work off the picture. Let's just see it. Okay, bye. Yes, I'm influencing the vote. Bye.